All right, the next skill that we're going over is how to edit with jump cuts in Premiere Pro. So first things first, let's get Premiere Pro open. We are in the editing sequence. You can activate that by coming up to Window, Workspaces, and clicking on Editing. So things look the same. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up my files and locate the file that I want to work off of. So I'm just going to be taking a 3-minute clip of me years ago before I went down to travel to San Jose and shoot a bunch of content. And it's literally just me going through and, showing simply what I am bringing. Okay. So if you're editing a vlog, if you're editing anything in Premiere Pro and you want to use jump cuts, you've seen the popular YouTubers or commercials use jump cuts. This is going to be a tutorial on how to do that. If you're unaware of what a jump cut is, it's really just taking a single camera angle and adding and taking out sections of it so it looks like it jumps ahead. Okay, you see this in a lot of popular vlogs. Now, alternatively, what you can do is you can have multiple camera angles, right? So you'd be switching between camera angle 1, camera angle 2, or you would be incorporating B-roll or some other type of footage in your project. But in this case, we just want to start editing with jump cuts. So all we're going to need is our camera angle that we're editing and jump cutting, and we're just going to be alternating between pressing C and pressing V, coming to our razor tool by pressing C, and then using our selection tool by pressing V. So I'm going to start out by pressing C and going and clipping the first section of audio before I start talking. And I'm going to come ahead and press V and now select that and delete it. And I want to scan through, and any words or any awkward pauses, I'm looking to go ahead and press C for my cut tool. Let's say there was some words I didn't want in there, and then I'm going to press C again. Now I'm coming back, pressing V or highlighting my selection tool. I'm going to highlight that section, press delete, and then I can press this empty space, make sure it's highlighted, it will turn white, and I press backspace or delete, and it will then close the gaps. And this right here is what you call a jump cut. You guys can see it cut from one angle to the next. And something that I like to add for extra effect with the jump cuts is sometimes, there's no movement. Sometimes it's just a stable camera that you're going to be working with. And it can be nice to go ahead and press the clip that you're cutting to, come up to Effects Control on the left portion of the screen. If you don't see that, you can go ahead and click Window, highlight Effects Control, and it will pop up. And we're just going to bump the scale a little bit. We can change and modify the position. And then when we play back our jump cut, it's going to jump to, slightly more zoomed in. We can do this again. We can grab our cut or razor tool, go ahead and cut, and then we can select this next clip and we can jump it back to its normal position. So as you guys can see now, we have a transition, jump cut, and it's going to jump back, boom, to full frame. All right, so then I'm walking through. I'm going to show the A7S II that's going in the bag. I can go ahead and press my cut tool. I can zoom in a little bit, move forward to where I want it to jump to, and then we can start applying these jump cuts. All right, so I'm going to say right there, I'm going to go ahead, highlight this portion of the clip and delete it. And now I can play it back, and now I have a jump cut. So a simple jump cut, again, is just you're working off of one camera angle, and you're using your razor tool, your cut tool, to cut specific sections of that video out, and then highlighting whatever portion of the video you don't want. Let's say I don't want this portion here. I'm going to come to my selection tool, highlight it, and press delete or backspace, and I can fill in the gap either by selecting this and dragging it, which is kind of slow, or by clicking in the middle space and pressing backspace. And now what I've done is I've created a jump cut. Okay, so you start using jump cuts in your vlogs, in your video projects. Especially great if there's just one camera angle and you're filming an interview and somebody messes up. You can use a jump cut and then change the scale so that it distracts the eye a little bit. Okay, and you can always reset those parameters in your interview or your vlog or your edit. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. A full explanation of how to use jump cuts with one camera angle within Premiere Pro.